Thanks for your patience. We have a lot on the agenda today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good morning, Chair Dingfelder, Vice Chair Olson. My name is John Mohlis. I'm the Executive Secretary for the Oregon State Building Trades Council. Thanks for the opportunity to share a few remarks this morning. Our council is an umbrella organization for 28 member unions and represents collectively about 25,000 union construction workers across the state of Oregon. We're very proud of the collective bargaining agreements that we've negotiated with our employers that provide for fair wages, family care health benefits, and defined benefit pension plans. Collectively, our member unions invest about $15 million every year training our apprentices and providing continuing education for our journeymen and women. Without a dime of public money, we believe we've created the highest skilled, safest, best trained workforce in the world right here in Oregon. Our council is a member of the Alliance for Northwest Jobs and Exports. This coalition includes 34 organizations across Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and Montana. All told, the Alliance represents more than 195,000 workers and 38,000 businesses. It includes unions and businesses, labor and management, Democrats and Republicans. I'm here today to ask that the coal export proposals in this state be given a fair opportunity to seek the permits they need, and if they meet our high standards, be allowed to begin building. Each proposal will undergo careful environmental review by the professional regulators at the state and federal levels. These exhaustive reviews will ensure that these projects meet or exceed Oregon's very high land use and environmental standards. In regards to coal use around the world, I believe that China and other emerging economies are going to continue to burn coal for the foreseeable future as they make their transition to industrial economies. I believe the question is where is the coal going to come from? These proposals would export coal from the Powder River Basin in Montana and Wyoming, which I think is recognized as some of the cleanest coal in the world. And I believe if China isn't able to access this coal, they'll get it from Australia, they'll get it from Indonesia, other sources that just provide dirtier coal, which will just result in more pollution and more global warming. Or the Powder River Basin coal will be exported through East Coast or Gulf Coast terminals. So if we say no to these projects, I don't believe it's going to result in any less coal being mined or burned worldwide. I think we're just saying no to the jobs and the economic opportunities that these proposals could provide us. As stated earlier, none of the proposals are asking for any tax breaks or any regulatory special treatment. They're just asking for a fair opportunity to go through our existing process and not have the goalposts be moved as they proceed. One of Oregon's greatest strengths is our position on the Pacific Rim and the opportunities that creates for trade and exports. Exports have been the backbone of our regional economy, and trade-related sector jobs pay higher wages than the state average. In 2010, President Obama, recognizing the important role exports can play in driving America's economic recovery, promised to double U.S. exports over the next 5 years, and he estimated that would create 2 million jobs. I hope that we can allow some of those jobs to be created here. Also in 2010, one of the main pillars of Governor Kitzhaber's jobs agenda was a goal to raise the median income of Oregonians, which sadly has fallen far below the national average. We will never achieve Governor Kitzhaber's goal if our state says no to good, high-paying industrial union jobs. Both the Morrow Pacific and Kinder Morgan proposals have signed letters of understanding with the appropriate building trade councils that ensure the projects will be built with 100% local union labor. So I support these projects not only for the jobs that they'll create for our members, but for the economic development that they can provide to help pull our state out of this awful recession. In the Portland area, we're lucky. We're doing better than most of the state thanks to the huge Intel expansion and some other projects. But sadly, the economic recovery isn't reaching the rural communities of this state. And I think these rural communities need the opportunity to have these type of projects in their areas, not only to provide the direct jobs, but to receive the taxes that would be generated to help support schools and other vital services. This downturn has led some folks to say it's either jobs or a clean environment, and you can't have both. And I don't believe that's true at all. Our members hunt, fish, camp, boat. They're outdoors all the time. They want a clean environment. But they also want the opportunity to go to work on projects that meet Oregon's high standards. Everyone knows the difficult times that we've been through the last 4 years. The construction industry has been particularly hard hit. Our members have suffered through unemployment rates of 35 to 60% for the last 4 years. We just want an opportunity to go back to work, support our families, support our local communities. And in closing, I would just want to take 1 minute to defend the temporary construction jobs that are created by these types of projects that I think sometimes some people don't appreciate how valuable they are. That's the whole nature of the construction industry. Every project that you work on is temporary. When you're hired onto a project, that's the expectation, is that you build it as quickly, as safely, and as efficiently as you possibly can, and then you move on to the next one. But once you string together a whole series of these temporary jobs, they result in very permanent careers that build our communities at good wages, at crafts that we take a great deal of pride in. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Do you have any questions for him? Yeah. Okay, thank you. You can stay up there in case there's some questions, John.
Thanks.
Okay, whoever wants to go next. And I'm going to ask you guys, we've got about 15 minutes left, and I have 2 other summary presentations after this. So I'm going to